Hey people, welcome back to Music and Moonsaults. I am your host, Chris Bourdine, and today we're going to celebrate the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart on his birthday. July 2nd is the Hitman's birthday, so happy birthday, Hitman. I sadly don't have a Bret Hart t-shirt, so the closest thing I had was this NWO shirt because he was in the NWO for a period of time when he jumped to WCW. Which is weird when you think about it, that technically, obviously at different times, but technically Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels were both part of the same faction because Shawn was in the NWO, the WWE version. So, not a lot of people consider that, which probably shouldn't. That wasn't the greatest thing, but still kind of fun trivia. So if you want to try and stump your wrestling friends, there's a free one for you. What's the faction that both Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels were a part of at different times? The answer is the NWO. Before we get started, please leave a thumbs up. Hit that like button, please. Just smash it. As hard as you can. And then when you're done, go ahead and slide over to that subscribe button and just crush it. Trying to get to 100 subscribers by the beginning of October. October will be the 1 year anniversary of the channel. And if I reach that goal, Jeremy Lambert of The Distraction on Fightful will join me to do a retro review of the very first Taylor Swift album, whose 15th anniversary is in October. So there's a little something for you guys to look forward to if you help me out and get me bumped up to 100 subscribers. That would be greatly appreciated. So, as I said, we're talking the Hitman today. Facebook.com/Music and Moonsaults, Anchor.fm/Christopher-Bourdine5 for audio. Now, on with the program. This is going to be a pretty short video, which works because I'm super busy, and but I want to make sure I keep getting you guys the content, because he basically, and we're just doing the WWE themes. We're not doing his WCW themes. Maybe we'll save that for a later date down the road if I feel like it. But we're definitely going to focus on the WWE ones today. So those of you who know me in real life, know I am a Shawn Michaels guy. And I know that probably has some heat with some of you out there. I apologize. But I didn't always be that way. I was a little Hitman fan as a kid. Look at that. Look at how cute I was. I want to say that was... I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that was my 7th birthday. Yeah. If you had to put a gun to my head, I would say that was my 7th birthday cake. Because I know 5 was Ninja Turtles. I can't remember what 6 was. And by the time we got to my 8th birthday, even though I was just coming off going to SummerSlam 93, I think I was kind of on my way out of wrestling fandom. So I'm going to guess that 7. It could be 8, though. I forgot to ask my mom because she sent me the picture. I just remember I had a Bret Hart birthday cake because I was really into Bret Hart when he switched over from being a tag. I mean, I love the Hart Foundation. Don't get me wrong. But especially when he became a single star, won the Intercontinental title. That was when I was really into Bret Hart as a wrestler. For a period there, he was my favorite wrestler. So, But yeah, so we're gonna go through his themes again. They're pretty much the same with a couple alterations I'll go over. So the first one is called Heartbeat, and it debuted in January 23rd, 1989. So probably right around Royal Rumble time. It was made by Jimmy Hart, obviously. He was doing a lot of the music at that time along with Jim Johnston. And this is when he was still part of the Hart Foundation. And it's a really cool, it's a simple song. It's like real, got a nice driving beat. So today, I've said that many times on the program, I am not really a guitar player. I can noodle and I can do a couple things here and there, but not my forte. So even more than what I normally fumble through when I do these bass ones, this is going to be an adventure. Doing this on the guitar, but I think I really needed the guitar today to kind of accurately give you guys a better picture of what these themes sound like. So for this one, again, it's called Heartbeat, and it just starts out with just E chord. I'm not even really playing a chord, but you get the idea. And then it's cool, the bass, the bass in one of the guitars just stays on that E the whole time. Just sustained like that. While the guitar, and then I think there's some keyboard. It's like a guitar layered with keyboards too, and it does this this little I don't even know if I'd call it a riff, but just this little part here. It goes and then it's so that's it would be a G, a D, and then E. And then after it does that, there's a keyboard, and it goes or something like that. And then it just repeats. Very simple. So, like I said, 89, January of 89 is when he starts using this, him and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And he uses this all through the rest of the Hart Foundation run, all the way through the beginning of his singles run. He beats Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam 91 for the Intercontinental title. He wins it again at WrestleMania 8 in 92. Wins the world title later in 92. And then loses it to Yokozuna at WrestleMania 9. That whole fiasco. And then eventually he wins it back at WrestleMania 10 in the main event. Shortly after WrestleMania 10, we're going like April or May 30th, 1994. The second version of his song, it's just called Hitman. And this is the one that I think everyone recognizes more than the original, because it's the one, there's that famous, it's kind of like a play on the Mean Joe Green commercial, but it's like Bret walking down the hall, and then there's the kid that goes, "Bret!" And then Bret turns around. that whole thing. But it starts off, and I again, I'm not a guitar player, but it starts with just a one. It's just a squealing guitar note, and I don't have any effects. This is just plugged straight in to my rig here, so I don't have any effects or whatever. But it's very super early '90s, chorusy. But it's like a, and then a bunch of slides, and then back to the startup. Now the guitar figure, this one's a little different from the original. Instead of just doing this over and over again, there's like a little break. So I'll explain here. It's like, so it goes. And then I think there's some soloing in between those two halves, as I just dropped my guitar pick. Yeah. Oh, anyways. But then it goes back to the. And instead of the keyboard, this time it's like, again, I'm not even going to try and do it, but it's, again, very super late 80s, early 90s chorusy, little guitar licks, in between the. So. And that's it. I mean, again, over and over, and this is the theme he uses for the rest of his WWF run. He through all the way through the creation of the Hart Foundation faction, right through the screw job when he leaves and goes to WCW, and we don't see Bret again for a couple years. Not a couple years, like 10 years, 12 years, something like that. So then it was big news in 2010, in January of 2010, that Bret was going to return to Monday Night Raw. And it was kind of seen as a, that was the night that Impact TNA was going to go live on Monday for the first time. So WWE's like, oh yeah, well, we'll just bring Bret Hart back. Take that, TNA. You can have your Jeff Hardys and your Hulk Hogans. We'll bring Bret the Hitman Hart back. Everyone loves Bret Hart. And it's true. Like, I say I'm a Shawn guy now, and I am. That doesn't mean I hate Bret. I still think Bret's great. Bret's in my top 10. So Bret's awesome. So, but yeah, so he comes back in 2010, and they update his music. I think it sounds horrible. It's called Return of the Hitman, or The Excellence of Execution, and they try to making it more modern. I'm listening to it right now. Oh, that's cool though. It is a little different. Let's see if I can do this without making a large racket. Hold on, let me pause this here real quick here. And I'm back. So the bass does a little different on this new version. That's a little cool, kind of cool. Let me start it over here. Still the. So instead of just staying on that, I dropped my E down to a low D. So instead of just staying on the E, the this one does like a D E, like a hammer on. Anyways, something like that. Yeah, that's it. I mean, like I said, that is it. And, you know, now every time Bret makes an appearance, that's the theme song. You know, they kind of, they have a variation of it for Natalia, which I'm not going to go over. Maybe someday if I could do a Natalia episode. Probably not. But you never know. You never know. Depends on how long I do this for. I might run out of people. So yeah, that's it. I mean, it's one of the more recognizable entrance themes. One of the ones where I hear and it takes me back to being a kid. And just yeah, it's just a really cool it's a really cool song. Like, I listen to it, I'll throw it on when I just want to jam while I'm driving. I'll throw this song on and just crank it and just cruise on down the road going, yeah, Hitman, yeah. So, yeah, no, it's a good one. It's a classic. So, and yeah, so like I said, a very short video today. We're under 20 minutes, but I mean, he's basically had the same theme song for 30 years, so that'll happen. So yeah, cool. Happy birthday, Hitman. Hope it's a great one. Again, leave a like on the video. Leave a thumbs up. Share the video. I always forget that one. Share the video, please. Share it with your friends and all that, and say, you even tag Bret. Say, hey, Bret, this guy does a really good job talking about your entrance theme music. You should check it out. That'd be helpful. But don't like tag him and tell him it sucks. Don't do that. That wouldn't be nice. So just be nice. Anyways, that'll do it. Got a cool month headed or coming up. Next, and it's like so this is coming out Friday the 2nd. Next Friday the 9th, couple days before the anniversary, I'm releasing episode 9 of the Rock and Roll Retrospective. I have my dad back on. I haven't had my dad on since the first month in October. Well, other than the Tiger Stadium retrospective. Excuse me. If you watched the my review of the Kiss Off the Soundboard album, I also did had my dad on, and we talked about our memories from going to see Kiss at Tiger Stadium on the reunion tour. That same, when we recorded that, you're gonna recognize we're in the same clothing. We recorded a podcast about the Def Leppard's High and Dry album, which comes out or it came out on July 11th in 1981, so 40 years ago. I think my dad was like a sophomore in high school or something like that. I obviously wasn't born yet. But I think it's a great album. It's an underrated album because when everyone talks about Def Leppard, they talk about Pyromania and Hysteria with good reason. Those are two awesome albums. But High and Dry is just them on the cusp of superstardom. And it's just got some really great rockin' tunes on it. So that was a fun conversation. And then the weekend after that, the reason why I'm releasing it a couple days before the actual anniversary is because I want to promote the band Kevin Bourdine Band, the band I'm in with my dad, obviously, and my brother Kyle. We are finally getting back to playing gigs. So if you are in the Southeast Michigan, Northwest Ohio area on July 10th at Indian Creek Campground in Tecumseh, Michigan, we're playing our first gig in like 18 months or 17, 18 months, something like that. So we're super excited about that. So please come see us. If you're within driving distance, that'd be awesome. If you go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Kevin Bourdine Band, you'll see the event posted there. So yeah, that'd be cool. So hopefully, if you end up showing up and you come say hi and say, hey, I like your show, that'd be cool. But anyways, so yeah, that's why I'm releasing that a couple days early, because I want to make sure that gets out there. And then the week after that is the 10th anniversary of a very important match. There's a lot of conversation about the promo leading up to this match this past week, because it was obviously the 10 year of that as well. I'm talking about CM Punk versus John Cena for Money in the Bank 2011. Obviously the anniversary of the Pipe Bomb promo was this past weekend as I'm recording this. And so there was a lot of back and forth on Twitter, as there usually is, about what that promo really was and what it really meant and all that kind of stuff. Which, is all just, people and their opinions. So I got my my oldest friend, my buddy Daryl. He and I have been friends for like 30 years now. I'll tell you a quick story that I didn't tell on the podcast. So when Daryl and we actually live next door. And I got time because this was such a short episode. Daryl and I live next door, but not like right next to each other. There's quite a gap. The house I was born was my grandma's house, actually. My parents were just living with my grandma when I was born. So it was on a corner of a dirt road. There's like a dirt road, and then the road, the other road, Holloway Road, which is the road I grew up on. So grandma's house was on the corner. And so a little ways down, the first house on that dirt road, if you turn down it, Chatfield, was Daryl's house. It was a little ways down the road. And this was before, so we were in the same grade, but the way our school system did kindergarten was only half a day. And so there was AM and PM. I was an AM kid and Daryl was a PM kid. So we didn't really, we didn't see each other, or know about each other really, until some other neighborhood kids I was hanging out with, was like, hey, let's hang out with this other guy. I was like, okay, cool. So we started hanging out and we stuck up a friendship, and then, we became like instant best friends basically. And I'll never forget, there was one time I decided I was going to go down to Daryl's and hang out. So I got on my bike and rode down to Daryl's house. Like I said, not very far, not even a quarter of a mile, I don't think. But I just take off, didn't tell anyone, just was like, I'm just going to go to Daryl's. Well, that was the wrong thing to do, because when I got back from Daryl's, my mom had taken all my Ninja Turtles toys and boxed them up as punishment for leaving without telling them. I was very heartbroken. It was a very sad day. So yeah. Always, kids, always tell your parents where you're going to be at all times, so they don't worry about you. That's the lesson for today. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to get out of here before I ramble any longer. You guys know what to do. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Bye.